What's up, guys? It's your girl Alia Lene. So I'm in my home studio. I just recorded this new record and I was getting ready to get into the mixing of the vocals, and I wanted to do a video and show you guys some tricks that I use to really make my vocals stand out in the mix. Short backstory about me: I'm an audio engineer. I record my own demos right here in the studio. I mix my own records. I make my own beats, I write my own records, I sing my own songs, and everything that I know has pretty much been self-taught. I've been self-teaching myself for years. I've been hungry at this, and I just wanted to start doing tutorials and showing you guys what I know, because I just want to share the knowledge with you guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, so welcome to my lab. So this is Pro Tools. This is where I record all my vocals, all my songs and everything. As you can see in this song, there's a lot of vocals here. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of different sections. So how I make it easy, especially when I'm recording records like this, is I always group everything. So to the left of Pro Tools, you will see this place called Groups, and I always have everything grouped. So I have my verse backgrounds, chorus, bridge, pre-chorus, so on and so forth. If you ever want to group something, all you'll do is click shift, it'll highlight them all, and you press Command G on your keyboard, and then you can name it right up here. So that off bat makes it extremely easy. I'll show you. So let's say I want to start messing with the chorus right now. I'll just click solo, and it automatically solos the chorus without me having to do one by one. So this is the chorus.
Running off of hormones, you just running around. Running off of hormones.
All right, so that's the chorus. There's some backgrounds. It sounds really good with the beat and stuff. First things first is I have a lead. So I have one that is centered in the middle, and you can hear that one. Let me ungroup it real quick.
Running off of hormones.
So usually I always do 3 or 5. It depends on what it is. So on this track I did 3. So I did 1 in the center. I have 1 panned all the way to the left, as you can see, and then 1 panned all the way to the right. I also turn these down so it doesn't sound like I have stacked them.
Running off of hormones.
I want the main to stick out most.
Running off of hormones.
I want the main to stick out most so it sounds like one consecutive vocal without having just too much going on. I also have 2 harmonies also panned hard left and right, and then another set of harmonies also panned left and right too.
Running off of hormones.
I also turn those down too, so those don't sound.
Running off of hormones.
So those don't sound too crazy too. Yeah. Also, even behind the chorus, I just realized I have some other vocals going on as well. So it just kind of gives it some flavor and it gives it some color. Panning and stacking is really important, especially when you want to build a song to sound, full and things like that. Also, so one of the biggest things that I do, and this I usually always do this on my lead tracks, is I have 2 sends, and I have I have 2 buses, and that's usually a doubler 2 and a doubler 4. So they're the same type of plug-in, but one is doubles it for 2 voices, the other one doubles it for 4. So it doesn't necessarily sound like a stack like how I actually recorded these 2, but it does fatten up the vocal a little bit more. So I'll let you hear what it sounds like without it.
Running off of hormones.
And then with it.
Running off of hormones.
So all it does is it just helps fatten it up a little bit by itself. So it just stands out a little bit more. I always do that on my lead. You can see I have it on my lead verse here. I have it on my lead bridge. You can see I have them, yeah. And I always put them on separate sends. That way I can control which one I want louder and which one I want softer. The doubler 2 that I use, I always have it on doubler EQ'd. So just click load, doubler EQ'd, and then the doubler 4 I always have on doubler 4 voices. All these are pretty cool. Some of these, like the slap happy, some of these get really creative, but if you just want something simple that's just gonna kind of give that vocal, just a little bit of fatness, that's just what I do. 2 and 4 for that one. All right, so let's quickly go into the bridge here. So for the bridge, I have this choir effect going on.
I wanted you to be real with me. I was good enough. I was good enough without you.
So for this part, I felt like this is the reign of the song. People are crying, and women and men were in our emotions at this point. So as you can see, I doubled the, I grouped the pre-chorus. It'd be easy for me to mess with. So this one, what I did was I put the pre-chorus on its own aux, and you'll usually see me do this in most of my sessions. So you can see my leads all go to this aux, my pre-chorus all go to this one, my chorus all go to this one, my chorus backgrounds all go to this one. So I'm really neat when it comes to recording. That way it's not just a big mess. So it also makes it really easy for me to control too. So for the pre-chorus, I have on the aux an EQ, I have a de-esser, I have a compressor, a reverb, which is really important for this part. I put on a chorus, an EQ, and then I even doubled it twice. Not an EQ, I'm sorry, an echo, and then I even EQ'd it twice. So for this pre-chorus, I actually doubled, let's see, how many times I doubled this? I doubled the first one only 50 and 50. Because I didn't want them too hard and too to the right, because I felt like that it didn't give it that chorus sound that I wanted. And then I doubled hard left and right the next harmony. And the next harmony was 70. And then 100. So that kind of, you can see, like, instead of all having them go 100% left and then 100% right, it kind of gave it a round, because some of them are kind of more in the center, and then they just keep going from there. So that was like pretty creative, I feel like, and made that chorus effect. I love vocals. Yeah, and then for the reverb on this one, instead of having a bunch of reverbs, I saved up RAM, and that's why I just put it all on the bus. I used Reverb. Reverb is my favorite reverb of all time, especially when it comes to chorus sounding things and stuff like that. So for this Reverb, I use larger room. You can control the wet and dry here, the size of it, the time, how long you want it to go on. Biggest thing is on your reverbs, especially for here, you don't want too much low frequency, because that's going to make it sound really muddy. So yeah, I just turned that one up, and that kind of gave it some air to the top of it, and had it sounding pretty good. So yeah, that is my record, Hormones, that I just created. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you learned some things. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Before you go, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel so you guys can get updated when I post new tutorials. Also, follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Everything is at Alia Lene, ALIALENE. And one more thing, in the comments below, please put some stuff that you want to learn. So it doesn't even matter what it is, just any specifics when it comes to music. Just go ahead and put it down in the comments so I can start doing some videos from you guys. Thank you so much again for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon.